everyone, welcome back to Absolutely Marvel in DC. Today we're going to be continuing Batwatch. We picked out a few Christmas episodes to watch a couple of these episodes throughout the holiday season. And today we're going to be watching, what were the names of them, Sal?
Holiday Nights and Christmas with the Joker.
Okay, so Christmas with the Joker is the 38th episode of Batman the Animated Series.
Or the first.
What?
Because I think they released it first.
No, that was Holiday Nights. I looked into that.
Holiday Nights is like season 3.
Well, no, it's actually the New Adventures of Batman.
Yes.
It's not even like Batman the Animated Series.
No,
I couldn't find it on HBO Max. I had to go to another source.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. Mm-hmm.
But apparently, and I looked into it, Holiday Nights came out as the first episode of the new Batman Adventures, and it came out in September.
At least it didn't come out in January. But yeah. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's do Christmas with the Joker first, because I actually kind of remembered this one as I'm going through.
Oh, sure, it's classic.
And, with the passing of Kevin Conroy, it was really good to hear him in the role, do an episode that involved. I mean, he's in both of them, but this one I feel is more Batman and Robin, because the whole point of this one is Batman needs to go out and fight crimes. Dick just wants him to watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, which I was always like, as a kid, I was always like, wait, It's a Wonderful Life's a real movie. Are they allowed to use that? And then they did. At the end, you see it. I'm like, that's the movie. What?
Yeah.
That's so cool. I love the self-referential jokes where like Batman's just like, I never saw it. I can never get past the title.
Yeah, I like that.
Damn, Batman.
One thing I noticed is that I don't know why I didn't pick up on this on all of our other rewatches of Batman the Animated Series. The sound design is still incredible. When he revs up the Batmobile as a guy who it sounds like a muscle car. I'm like, yes, that is a Batmobile.
That thing sounds like a jet engine with like with a muffler. It's amazing.
Yeah. But I mean, the episode's funny because it starts with Joker singing it out. Is this where the Batman jingle came from, or did that already exist?
No. That existed in schoolyards across the nation years before, but it was one of the first times that we heard it referenced in any Bat project. I mean,
Batman smells Robin
laid an egg. I was like, oh my God, they're doing it. They're doing the song.
And he's saying Joker got away as he rockets off on a tree.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely plays heavy into the silly nature of it. Like Joker somehow manages to build a rocket into a Christmas tree and also doesn't die when he smashes through the skylight.
Yeah. I also love
whatever.
It just reminds you back in the day where they didn't bother giving you 8,000 excuses. It was just Joker got out.
Joker got out again. How else is he going to do it? Obviously, he's going to get out.
So the story then goes into Joker that takes over all of the airwaves to mess with Batman, apparently.
Yes.
Because he's like, I hope you're watching, Batman.
Oh my God. Yeah. His upside down face character and everything. Yeah, it was great.
And I loved the scene because it reminded me how they just got to the point of the plot. They didn't jump to it. Because I just thinking about this, Kevin Conroy as Batman explaining the history of the toy factory with no reference. He's like, yes, that toy hasn't been made in about 14 years. That company, and he's pulling it up. They went out of business 14 years ago, and they did this, that, and the other thing. And I'm like, how do you have that?
He's a genius. That's Batman. Batman knows it all. And it's like, all right. I never questioned it. I was like,
I never questioned
Batman's
it, but like now, like rewatching it now, and I know it's because they're just trying to cram a big story into 20 minutes. Is what they're doing.
That's exactly it.
We can't spend an episode with Batman trying to figure out the toy factory. Batman just has to know about the toy factory.
What is this, a Riddler episode? Hell no. He just knows it. Moving on.
So I loved that, and I loved the use of the toys. Yes. And I don't know if I missed it, but what was the Joker's plot? Like, what was he doing?
He took over the airwaves. I think it's just he just wanted to razzle Batman and get people's attention. Remember, he's just gonna drop like the Summer Gleason and Commissioner Gordon and Bullock into some acid. Just. Oh no, he wanted. I think it's like it all ties into him just wanting to give Batman his present.
Is that what it all was?
Because it seems like it. Because once he gets that present, which is, Batman breaks in, he saves the people, yay. But he gets this present, and it's a dope present because I will tell you, I think my wife made me that wrapping paper one time. Like she made the present that looked exactly like that.
But, nice.
I know. I was like, oh my God. But
to get the pie to hit him in the just
he gets hit in the face with the pie, and Joker's laughter is infectious. Where it's so great because it's not like it could have been a cyanide pie, it could have been explosive. Nope. Just cream.
Well, I think it goes back to the plot of the Joker in the animated series, and they kind of turned it and made it more twisted and dimensional as the years have gone on. But if I remember correctly, in the animated series, he just wanted Batman to laugh.
Right.
That was the whole point of everything he was doing.
Yeah.
I want Batman to laugh. That's
Certainly,
all.
it was a goal. I mean, he also, like, Joker was also a criminal. Like, he stole things, but he didn't seem to regard money. Yeah,
right.
He's an agent of chaos, just has fun. He's just having a blast. Good for him.
That was the point of Batman Beyond. No, but he did that again. But I think in the movie Return of the Joker was I never got him to laugh.
Exactly.
So it was like a continuation of that. Because I forget which one it is, but there's one where Batman laughs and Joker's like, stop that.
Yeah, that's Return of the Joker, and it's
okay.
It's Terry. But no, it's in Mad Love. He laughs at Harley.
And it was the last episode of Batman the Animated Series too.
Was that
they
really?
Had him finally, because when I was looking through trying to find these episodes in the thing, Mad Love is the last episode listed.
That makes sense.
Right. In the last episode, he laughs at Harley, and Joker's like, no, I'm supposed to get the laugh. But anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's a great episode.
Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, watching it. I do feel like this was definitely one of the earliest ones, because the animation definitely takes some shortcuts.
It sure does. It's not the A-Team. Like
No.
It comes out at the same time as like Heart of Ice or On Leather Wings, and you're like, I mean, this is the B Squad. It's still fun, and the voice acting is top notch. But they took a couple of shortcuts. But it's also like it's a classic for a reason.
Oh, I mean, it's just a classic in general. The other one that we watched, and I'm sorry this episode's going to be a little short today because there's not too much to say on these animated ones, so we probably should pick a longer thing, but we'll get to that. Another discussion another day. We should watch Return of the Joker. Anyway, Holiday Nights, which is apparently I didn't know this, the first episode of Batman the New Adventures. And it's three different adventures of the Batman crew doing like all different holiday themed adventures.
Yes. This is
now, I made this comment on another video we did here, but one of the people that the anti-woke and all that other crap like to say is like, oh, Harley and Poison Ivy are like DC did that as like a way to, like, they shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have put them together. Watching this episode, I forgot how long ago Poison Ivy and Harley were together.
Yeah,
the first episode is the two girls in their underwear in their apartment talking about how they're going to celebrate their holiday. And I'm like, this is like the earliest form of, we can't say that they're gay, but
they straight up are. Like, it's unmistakable. Well, and it's funny because all is just because Bruce Timm, the like artistic director, creative whatever, like he designed all the characters. Like he just thinks they're hot and wants to see them like have sex with each other. Like Bruce Timm is just horny for Harley and Ivy together, and he's the one who invented that idea. He's just like, let's just see Harley and Ivy hook up. I want to see that, don't you? And I'm like, I don't know. I guess. I mean, like I never thought about it before. He's like, well, I've been thinking about it nonstop, and here it is. And it took like 20 years before they even acknowledged that pairing in the comic books outside of the comic book adaptations of this cartoon show. But otherwise they were like, oh, Harley's not, for a while Harley wasn't even a comic book character. They were like, I can't put Harley and Ivy together. Harley doesn't even exist.
I just found it funny because I'm looking at the date. It's like 1997. Yeah. And whenever people want to try to argue about that stuff, they always bring up the exact same people every single time. So, I mean, so you've been arguing about Harvey and Eiley since 1997?
Right, probably not. Like, probably you didn't know that or didn't care, or like it doesn't fit into your narrative. But like, yeah, Harley and Ivy take over Bruce Wayne and they steal his credit card. They go on a shopping spree. It's just blatant. It's just an opportunity to draw them doing sexy stuff and
sexy stuff, sexy outfits. Bruce Wayne's just being tricked into following them.
It's fun, and there's a comic book adaptation of this too that's really good.
I also found it funny, just to not to continually harp on them being a couple, but everyone freaked out from the Harley show when they ended up as a couple. And I'm like, I remember when that happened, and I was like, hasn't that been a thing? Like, why are we making this a big deal now?
Yeah, well, because we're saying it out loud, I guess. Like, are we that silly that we need to like? No, it was cool when it was understated and no one said it. Like, what? Guess.
I mean, in 97, they're both in their underwear sharing the apartment talking about spending their holidays together. Like, I'm friends with a lot of people, and we don't sit around in our underwear being like, yo, bro, so we want to go with the Christmas tree?
Like, not unless we're that kind of relationship.
I don't sit there, like Sal comes to visit, and we're both just in our boxers. So, man, just bros hanging out. Let things hang.
How are we going to celebrate the holidays together? This is how horny Bruce Timm is for these characters. There's another one where Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, fights Clayface. That's in this one, right?
That's the second one, because Clayface is a bunch of little kids stealing things.
That's right. Which, whew. But in the like storyboards, the way in which Batgirl changes is she just takes off all of her clothes while everyone's running past her.
Really?
Yeah, the crowd is just so dense and everyone is so distracted that she takes off all of her clothes and puts on her Batgirl costume in the middle of it. And that way we can like see some of her in her underwear and stuff. And it's just like the censors were like, no.
How do you know about this? It's
in the book. I have a Batman book that has all these things in there. And it's like, yeah, it's it's definitely what he was going for. But the takeaway for me for this sequence is just, I can't believe they keep getting Ron Perlman to say yes to coming back to be Clayface to say two things. It's amazing.
It really is like two things, because he barely explains his rationale behind it. What I liked about that second story, so the Harley Quinn and the Poison Ivy one, I thought was a lot of fun, and I loved the Kevin Conroy being like, no, not again, and then dying in the elevator,
falling down the elevator shaft,
to get away. I loved that scene. But then going to the second one, what I really loved about that, Clayface is okay, that quick return.
It's fine.
Yeah, but I loved Harvey Bullock. I loved Harvey being Santa.
Oh my God.
And then getting the girl in his lap of the father that he put away.
I know. That's so sad. It's so sad. And also, Harvey is grotesquely large. He's not supposed to be that big. Like, come on. It's really weird. It was just very distracting.
And I loved his hair's hanging out of the front of the white wig.
Yep.
Like, he's not even bothering to put it all on properly.
Yeah. No, it's horrible.
So, that scene was great. The Joker one is the one that came after that.
Yep. That's the last one, I think. Well, it's
no.
like,
there's one more little end thing, which I actually really loved.
It's my favorite one. No, it's easily the best part. But the Joker one is like, it's fine. Incidentally, the only thing that I like really care about that I remember from this is that they pulled that sequence. Like, this episode is referenced in Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. Like, when they pull up the file footage, it's the sequence of Joker doing the broadcast that he does in this episode. And I was okay. It's very nerdy.
I was having issues with the player that I was using to watch this one, so the Joker episode didn't kind of come across properly.
It's a standard thing. You know, Joker's going to blow everybody up or kill everybody with gas at the stroke of midnight, because it's like Christmas is over, we're doing the New Year's thing. Like, okay.
Right.
And so Joker's
December 31st. And then we have January 1st, which I thought was great. Jim Gordon and Batman apparently meet up at midnight for a cup of coffee, which is apparently like a 2-second meeting too. Like, they don't actually meet up.
No, it kills me, because it's like they say two things, then he's gone, and I'm like, no, hang on this. Like, enjoy this for a little bit. But getting Conroy and Hastings together in one scene where they just sit down, they're just like, every New Year's they have a cup of coffee together at this one place.
Yeah.
And
then Batman pays and leaves. And because he makes the comment of, I'll get him next year.
Yeah, one day I'm going to pay this check.
The only problem I have with that scene is it really does feel like they show up for literally a minute. Like, it's not even like a 30-minute they get to sit down and chat, which is what I would have loved to have seen. Yes. What if Batman showed up and then he just fade to black as they're talking? That would have been so... But you also get that nice moment of Batman also disappears when he just turns this way and drops the money. Like,
no, I am 100% with you on that. All I wanted was for them to be like, is just to see these two like colleagues, friends, father-son dynamic. Like, I want to see them interact, or at least suggest that like they spend at least more than 3 seconds together.
Exactly.
No, it is. I think they meant to imply that it is longer, but like, if you watch it, there's no time transition. It is just he sits down, they get the coffee. Batman even like says like, that's enough for me. He doesn't drink the coffee, and then he leaves and pays for it. Like, it's It's terrible. And he drinks a little bit of it.
They must sit there for longer than it seems.
I hope so, right? Because it's just like, if I were the guy who owns the restaurant, I guess I would be happy to keep it open, because I'm only going to be open for another like 15 seconds. Like, it's not really that much of a commitment for me. But it's great. It's just a great little interaction. It's a nice bit of world building, and it's something that I wanted more of. Where it's like, if we have time to spend looking at these characters when they're not being superheroes or doing something plot related, let's do this. You know?
Well, it's why I feel like right now in comic books, like, because I talk about how anime leads into manga readers, I feel like we need something like this right now.
Yes.
Because right now we just need a Batman show like that, where they just do comic booky stuff. It doesn't have to be some big sprawling. We just need a Justice League show. We just need something that just shows you these characters outside of Batman v Superman or The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Like, we never see these sides of the characters, and this is what I feel like we're missing as like a community of comic book. Like, we get that one movie that no one promotes every 2 years right now. And we need a Batman the Animated Series that just gives you these moments where you're like, oh, this is what comics are?
Yeah.
Batman beating up the Joker, but then having a down-to-earth talk with Jim? I want to read this. Like,
I would, but comic books would be a great opportunity to really explore that, because then we could take like 4 or 5 pages and have them really interact.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? Like that's what you're missing, is we'll just get it in the comics, but
we don't have like because I feel like I don't know if it's true, but I feel like sales must have been better back in the day when these shows were on the air and they were consistently coming out, because they also were translating Batman stories into these shows, and they were translating Justice League stories into these shows.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they helped bolster sales at all, but I don't know. But I would love to have something like this. Like, I don't know why. What was the last Batman, like true Batman anime? Was it just Brave and the Bold?
I think, Brave and the Bold. I mean, there was that like weird CG one, Beware the Batman, but like, I don't know. I didn't watch a single episode of it.
Right.
It just came and went.
Because they also don't tell you that it's happening.
That's true. I didn't even know when it was on, to be honest with you. There was The Batman, Brave and the Bold, Beware the Batman, and then I think that's it. They were working on that new one that like may or may not still be happening.
Batman the Caped Crusader is the one that's coming out.
Yes.
But that one may have been canceled now.
We don't know. I mean, they said it's not, but like,
the last Batman was Batman Unlimited, 2015 to 2016. Justice League Action was 2016 to 2018.
Oh, yeah.
But that was kind of geared a little younger than for us. That was kind of like...
Right. Yeah, Justice League Action was definitely made for I mean, Swamp Thing's in that show. Like, it's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then technically, Harley Quinn show is technically a Batman show going on at the moment.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But
same Batman, it's Diedrich Bader.
Yep. But anyway, I just loved both these episodes, and we're gonna watch 3 more. I got them listed out somewhere for the next week. We're gonna do Comfort and Joy, Frozen Out, and Bullet for Bullock, if we can find where to watch all of them. So those are the next 3. But let us know down below if you want us to watch Return of the Joker. We can start going through the animated movies. I feel like Batwatch needs to have more of a focus again, because we're just kind of picking random episodes, and I feel like we need to kind of hone in on what we want to do with this. So we'll figure something out. But don't forget, check out our sponsors, Gamersupps and Absolutely. Gamersupps, use the code COMICS. Into the AM, use the code Absolutely. Thank you. All right, you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.